Well, Bobby-Holmes is still looking for his first spare. 11 in a row.
You know, I never know. That's right. You're absolutely right. He hasn't, since the first frame when he had that impossible split, the 4.67, he hasn't missed.
His carry percentage is 100%. Just like yours was, right?
Oh, thanks, Mike. Yeah.
Well, Gene has a tendency to let that elbow fly sometimes too, as he starts off with the bucket.
He does, and this has been the most difficult spare in the bowling center right here. Anytime you leave the bucket in this bowling center, the bowler starts to cringe a little bit, and the idea is to get the ball between the 2 and the 5 pin. We'll take a look at it. He wants the ball to go right there, folks. Let's see what happens. That's where he put it.
Right where he listened, he watched.
I don't know, is that fair for me to show him where to put the ball like that? You think he was looking at the telescope there? No, he wasn't looking up there.
Why is that spare so difficult here?
Well, the ball either skids or hooks. It tends to do one or the other. When you get down the other end of the lanes are dry, the ball wants to grip and hook. Let's see if he can go for the Vera Papa 300. Needs a strike.
Well, he got it, didn't he?
12 in a row.
12 in a row. You know, earlier I had a chance to talk to him about all the attention that he's getting this week and how it's affecting him. This is what he had to say.
No, I haven't. This is very new for me. It's a new experience. But I'm enjoying it. And I've watched enough television to know that sometimes, you know, you just have to block out the interference and try to be as patient as you can with the people that are giving you this kind of attention. But I've had so much help from the people out here that they make it very easy for you. So it's no real problem.
He hasn't had any real problem yet, has he?
Gotta hurry.
And it did.
Boy, he's getting some great pin action. Well,
I'll tell you what.
Take a look at this one, Mike. Look how far down the lane the ball is before it grips. Almost 55 feet, just enough for the head pin to kick out to 7. Good look at it, right? What great! That's a great camera angle. Look at the head pin. Go to the wall and kick out to 7.
Gene Stus comes right back with a strike of his own. Tell me, Earl, that ball by Bobby-Holmes, was that his execution, or was that some of that reactive urethane ball making that left turn at the end?
I think there's no question it was a lot of help from the surface of the ball, Mike. And a lot of people might dispute that, but I think the reactive resin balls really are almost an illegal weapon, you might say.
Kind of like the aluminum bat in baseball.
There you go. Yeah, that's not a bad analogy, because they do create a lot of area on the lane and a lot of hitting power to the ball that the bowler doesn't generate himself.
Oh, little trip 4 action there.
Gene Stus' biggest problem for him today is going to be keeping the ball to the right of the head pin, because he doesn't generate the ball speed that some of the other players do, and so the ball wants to hook on him, and he's going to have to find a way to keep it right, and that could be a problem.
Well, this is the first pressure that's been put on Bobby-Holmes at all.
And that's the worst shot he's made, Mike, since the first frame of the first game, and that one was almost directly at the middle of the head pin. It might have been an accumulation of how long can I go here.
Well, it just proved that he at least is human, right?
That's right. Well, this is another difficult spare, the 6-10. He's going to go cross lane. You see, he switched bowling balls to something that won't hook as much. He'll throw it hard and straight, try to get both pins with the ball.
Ooh.
Got a break there.
Almost chopped it, but didn't. You see, he's a big man, 6'3", 56 years of age. Only 2 years as a pro. Coaching youth is one of his hobbies.
That's a good one to have, because, you know, in this game especially, we need all the help we can get for the youngsters. Let's see if Bobby can get it started again.
And smooth release. And this time doesn't get. Been carrying that hit every time, but now he leaves the 7.
A little more ball speed there, and I don't think the ball went into quite as heavy a roll, which would have carried the 7. That one there, it was still skidding a little bit when I got back to the pocket. It looks like he lost a little bit of his rhythm. Let's see if he can get it back. Careful on the 7 pin, hard and straight.
Dead center. Not having too much trouble. Gene Stus now, though. 3 pins in front can a couple of big frames coming up for Gene. He needs to get out ahead of this guy.
Well, the way Bobby's been striking, of course, Bobby, like I said, I think he's lost a little bit of rhythm. He can get it back at any time. Gene's problem is going to be keeping the ball to the right. He's had a little knee problem right now. You see how he stands up at the foul line? His knee is bothering him. Doesn't bother him too much, does it?
Nothing bothered that ball.
That's right. Well, that's why he's bowler of the year in the senior tour. We're going to take a look at Gene's game here. Watch when he goes to the foul line. I think the important thing right now for Gene is his stiff left leg. He's wearing a brace on his knee, on his sliding leg. And right here when he gets to the foul line, as he's going into it, we're going to continue on right here. You watch him stand up. See how he stands up real straight right here? That makes him set the ball short. There you can see the follow through. He's actually standing directly up.
Leaves the week 10 this time to keep the match close. And Gene's wife, Sally, is in the audience tonight. There she is, looking on.
You know, she's seen him be very successful. You know, I talked to Gene earlier, and I said, you know, you've made a lot of telecasts this year. Why haven't you won? You know, he says, well, you know, I've been very nervous. I said, how can a guy be nervous? He's bowling as well as you are. He said, well, I was bowler of the year. He says the players voted me bowler of the year, and I felt I had to prove to them that I deserved the award this year, and it's made me not bowl very well on television. That's kind of unique, isn't it?
That isn't unique.
Well, let's see if we can get back to that smooth swing.
See the elbow break on that one? A little bit 2-8. Now I wonder, is he going to recognize that was more the delivery that he threw, or will he think the lane's changing on him?
I don't know how Bobby thinks. I don't know him that well, but I think most players would realize, players of this caliber would realize they made a mistake. Some players don't. They always think it's the lane, and they try to make adjustments off bad shots, and they get in trouble.
Tough spare. Boy, he's been doing them easily.
Yeah, we're going to take another look at here's Bobby at that last shot for his strike ball. Take a look at it and watch how his arm, when it gets down at the bottom right there, let it continue on just a little bit. And you see the elbow right there off to the side. This is what Mike's talking about. The elbow came out this way instead of going straight through the ball. And that's when the ball floats on you or you pull it, one or the other.
And another light 7-pin. Just not carrying those hits that he was carrying the last game. But, you know, we talked during the break, too, that sometimes you shoot those 270 games, and the next game, pins don't fall quite so easily.
Yeah, and all it is really is an entry angle. When you're striking, the ball's entering at the right angle. When you're not, even though you're getting the same basic hits, and he carried this hit, as you mentioned, Mike, 3 or 4 times in that first game. He's not carrying it now because the ball isn't entering at the same angle. So he's changed either his release or he's changed the ball speed.
Well, Bobby-Holmes is trailing by 15 pins. Gene Stus can increase that lead. We'll find out if he does it when we come back.